gone so long? Oh, you gotta tell me why you been gone so long. I've been pacing up and down my floor, baby, waiting for you to come on home. You need to tell me just what it is I gotta do. Oh, babe, you need to live with me, girl. Tell me what I gotta do. Cause I'll tell you one last time, babe, I ain't gonna sit around too long waiting for you. Cause I called your work, you're not in there today. If you've got another man, I'll be gone on my way, oh baby. Tell me why you've been gone so long. Walking up and down my wall, baby, waiting for you to come on home. Come on, baby.
It's my pleasure to have in the studio Amnesia Blues Band. Welcome to the Blues on the Hill.
Thanks, Barry.
Good on you, Buzz. Thanks a
Good on
lot.
you, Barry. Thank you.
Yeah, absolute pleasure having you in. Congratulations on this new release. Currently number 3 on the AMRAP charts, and that's a wonderful thing because, as we all know, there's a lot of blood, sweat and tears goes into making a record, and to see it loved by so many must feel good.
Yeah, it's really a good feeling to have it take off as quick as it has. Yeah, a lot of work went into it, but we really appreciate everybody that's getting on board with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, take me all the way back. Tell me the history of the Amnesia Blues Band. How did it all start?
Well, I started this off some years ago. In 2012, I wanted to learn how to play slide guitar. I wasn't doing anything at all. I hadn't done anything for 35 years, as a matter of fact. And I wanted to learn how to play slide, and I went to a friend of mine who had a music shop in Sale and asked if he had anyone who could teach slide, and he did. And a fella called Greg Laws started to teach me how to play slide. He's a great picker of blues in Piedmont style, Greg Laws. But I started to learn a bit of slide, and then I had to have an operation. This is how we became a band. I had to have an operation on my hand. They'd have a skin graft and get a cancer out. And I went to a doctor and asked him. He said they're going to cut a big piece of skin out the back of my hand. And I said, well, when you pull the skin tight, how's my fingers going to work? Because I play guitar. And he said, oh, shit, you want a drummer? This was the doctor. and I said, well, yeah, maybe. And that was Stu Anderson, who's been drumming with us pretty well ever since. So at that time, I think that might have been 2013 when that happened. And Greg and I took Stu on board, and then we had a friend of mine in Bairnsdale, Alan Young, played a bit of lead guitar with us, and that's how the band started off.
Wow.
But the name came about was Greg and I were practicing in a friend of mine's shed one night, and you know, I hadn't done anything in that long. I couldn't remember lines or lyrics or chords or whatever, and I kept forgetting the words to this particular song, and this young fella said, shit, man, you'll get Amnesia. And I said, well, that's a good name for a band.
Yeah, it is a good name for a band.
That's
Especially for a blues band.
Yeah.
You're back with Baz Oz Blues Hour. It is. You're listening to Blues on the Hill. And we're featuring Hailstone from Amnesia Blues Band. We have the band in the studio. Now, we mentioned Hailstone Studios before. It is an award-winning studio. Some awesome music has come out of Hailstone. Paulie Bignell is the man behind it. Tell us how you met Paulie and how this project came about.
Well, yeah, probably 5 or 6 years ago, I started jamming at the EBC. With the
Our Blues Club?
Yeah, the Prince. Well, what was the first one, Solly?
GH
At the GH before that, I did a couple there, and then I started going to Prince just to jam, and I had a fella lined up to play lead guitar with me this particular day because I don't play lead at all, and he didn't turn up, and Tony Martin had asked me if I was getting up, and I said, no, mate, I don't have a lead player. And he said, oh, don't worry about that, I'll sort one out for you. Well, I went along there to see Paulie Bignell and the T2 on the day. That's who I went to see. And I was sitting around, and Paulie and Peter Balke walk up to me and say, I believe you're looking for somebody to play guitar with you. And I said, hell yeah, for real, you know, because I admire him greatly, and still do for that matter. But yeah, and Paulie and Peter got up and play guitar with me on that day, and Tony Martin played drums, and it went pretty well, and with the EBC boys as well. It was a great day. That's how I met Paulie, and he said to me at the end of the set, he said, "Have you got the albums out?" I said, "No, mate, I don't." He said, "Well, shit, you need one." So I said, "Do you know anybody with a studio?" Being ignorant as I was, you know. He said, "Oh yeah, we could probably find something," you know. And it started from there. We got the boys together, and it was probably 12, 18 months later. We rocked in there and recorded that album pretty well live. We did the first album in a total of 17 hours, I think it was, in all recording time.
Awesome.
Yeah, we like to do it live pretty well, as much as we can live. Put a little bit over the top later on, but
like I say, so much great music's come out of that studio.
Definitely. And he really knows his stuff, Paulie. He's so good to work with, you know.
Yeah, one of our finest musicians, as well as producer, engineer, you name it. So you paid tribute to him by calling it Hailstone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, now you got the guitars here.
All we're going to do, a song called Nullable Blues that I wrote some time ago, and we'll give it a crack.
Awesome.
Go
Take it
along
away.
Said you're gonna leave this town. Said you're gonna move to Perth. Right across the country. Man, for what it's worth. I'll go for you, baby. You need someone else to drive. It's a long, long way across, over 2,000 miles. She said, well, you got money for fuel, you can come. Otherwise, man, you done. You got money for fuel, you can come. Otherwise, man, you done. Said you're gonna leave this town. Said you're gonna move away. Packed it all in the car. Started out yesterday. Well, now too far down the road, we got to find. Started over drinking whiskey. She said, you better not be drinking mine. Well, I bought that bottle just the other day. Don't be talking that way. Bought that bottle just the other day. Don't be talking that way. Leaves the doona down behind. She said, kick out the shoes in there. I'm gonna leave bad things behind. Double cross one of the longest straight line roads in the world. You will remember this trip for all your life. Traveling with this girl, I'll just take it in no stride. The desert is 1,000 miles wide. I'll just take it in your stride. The desert is 1,000 miles wide. 1,000 miles wide. Every time that woman drinks, she always wanna fight. Won't be too long now, I won't have her in my life. I'm gonna get where I'll be going, and I'll set myself free. Cause I know if I stay with her, she's gonna be the death of me. I just think about the time I've been abused. Give me the number ball. Think about the time I've been accused. Give me the number ball goes. Come on, son. Yeah. I said, pull over here, girl. Well, Mother Nature comes. I eased open my door. I got out with my bottle and all, and I heard the engine roll. She drove away with my shoes, and I'm staring down with my bare feet, man. I really got the blues. I'm just stranded here, I ain't got no shoes. She gave me the Nullable Blues. I'm just stranded here, I ain't got no shoes. Give me the Nullable Blues. It's a long way to walk, 1,000-mile wide. I hope somebody come along. It's gonna be cold tonight. It's gonna be cold tonight.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Nullable Blues. It is off the new release from Amnesia Blues band Hailstone, the band's second album. And the band are Paul Buchanan on acoustic guitar and vocals, Sandy Clark's on lead rhythm and slide guitars, Ning Hopkins on lead and rhythm guitars, Dennis Salty Dog Trevathan on harmonica and percussion, Daryl Kerr is on bass, and Stuart Anderson on drums. An awesome band it is.